For the most wild yet most homely narrative which I am about to pen, I neither expect nor solicit belief. Welcome to the shadowy contours of Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat, a story where horror seeps through the cracks of the mind. Our guide is a narrator whose love for animals spirals into chilling hatred. Initially a tender soul, his life veers into dark realms, intertwining fate with the supernatural. As we peel back the layers of his psyche, prepare for a narrative steeped in dread. But beware, what follows is a tale not just of a man and his cat, but a descent into madness. In my youth, I was known for my humanity and tenderness towards animals. This affinity for the animal kingdom was not just a passing interest, it was an integral part of my being. Among the myriad pets that graced my home, one in particular stood out: Pluto, the black cat. Pluto was not just a pet, he was my confidant, my shadow, my silent companion in the quiet hours of solitude. His sleek ebony fur and piercing eyes held a mysterious allure that was both comforting and enigmatic. Our bond was unique, transcending the usual pet-owner relationship. I alone fed Pluto, and in return, he followed me with a loyalty that was almost human in its depth. Our days were filled with shared moments of silent understanding and companionship. This connection was a testament to my once gentle nature, a stark contrast to the man I would become. Yet, in the shadows of affection, lurks a darkness waiting to unfurl. One night, mired in the haze of intoxication, my hand, led by the fiend intemperance, struck Pluto. This was a turning point, a moment when the familiar world twisted into something grotesque and unrecognizable. The alcohol, once a source of fleeting joy, now became a puppet master, manipulating my actions, my thoughts, my very essence. My demeanor, once gentle and loving, began to contort under the influence, becoming cruel and volatile. The first act of violence against Pluto marked not just a wound on the innocent creature, but a deep gash in the fabric of my own morality. It was a chilling revelation of a hidden darkness within me, a sinister shadow that was beginning to stretch its cold hands over my soul. This malevolent transformation was more than just a change in character. It was the onset of a psychological unraveling, a descent into a realm of madness and horror. With this first grievous act, the descent into the abyss had begun. The guilt of my deed weighed upon me, spawning grotesque visions and paranoia. The narrator's actions take a toll on his psyche, transforming him from a loving pet owner into a man haunted by his own guilt. His love for Pluto turns to rage, resulting in a moment of brutal impulsivity where he mutilates the cat in a fit of anger. From this point forward, his guilt begins to manifest in his reality, morphing into a paranoia that gnaws at his sanity. His conscience, heavy with remorse, paints his world with supernatural elements that seem to mock his regret, tormenting him relentlessly. This is the sinister beauty of Poe's narrative. It is not just the external horror that terrifies, but the internal psychological torment that the protagonist endures. His guilt, his regret, they become spectres that haunt his every moment, turning his life into a waking nightmare. And so, plagued by guilt, the mind finds its own means of torment. In an attempt to forget or forgive myself, a second cat, eerily reminiscent of Pluto, enters my life. This creature, almost a mirror image of my late pet, bore a distinct white patch on its chest, a mark that seemed to echo the weight of my guilt. This new feline companion became a living reminder of my past sins, its presence a constant prick to my conscience. As if to punish me, fate had brought this creature into my life, its uncanny resemblance to Pluto serving as a stark daily reminder of my former pet's untimely demise at my own hands. The guilt gnawed at me, festering inside, pushing me further into the abyss of madness. My relationship with this second cat became strained, poisoned by the guilt that I could neither escape nor assuage. This creature, so similar yet so different, served as a cruel testament to my past actions, casting long shadows over my present. But can one ever truly outrun the shadows of past deeds? In a fit of rage, more gruesome than the first, I aimed to kill the beast, but fate had other plans. The house was silent, save for the echoing thuds and the hissing of the black cat that had become my nemesis. My wife, hearing the commotion, rushed to intervene. As the cat darted away, my hand, holding the weapon, came down not on the intended target but on her. The horror of what I had done reverberated louder than the strike itself. Days passed, the guilt gnawing at my sanity, while I tried to conceal the crime beneath the floorboards of our home. However, the truth, as it often does, clawed its way out. The police arrived, drawn not by suspicion, but by reports of a wailing that seemed almost supernatural. They discovered the hidden body, and to my utter disbelief, upon removing the corpse, revealed on the wall behind it an image, a ghastly silhouette of the cat, imprinted as if by some spectral hand. In the end, it was not the hand of man, but the paw of the cat that etched the final judgment. As I stand at the precipice of my own demise, the echoes of my deeds reverberate beyond these walls. From the unsettling bond with Pluto to the ghastly turn of events that led to the cat's untimely end, we've traversed a path steeped in shadows. The story of the black cat not only delves into the psychological spiral of its narrator, but paints a vivid picture of guilt that festers and morphs into a grotesque form of self-destruction. This tale, a masterpiece of Edgar Allan Poe, intricately weaves the threads of supernatural retribution with the raw fibers of human frailty. It's a narrative that doesn't just tell a story, it haunts the psyche, challenging our understanding of sanity and morality. The phantom-like second cat, with its eerie resemblance to Pluto, serves as a constant reminder of past sins, a moral spectre in the narrator's fractured world. Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat remains a chilling reminder of the darkness that can reside within the human soul, and the eerie consequences of its unleashing.